Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and everyone, let's just all take a communal exhale. Everyone just let it all out, relax, get off from the edge of your seats because me and Alicia have made it to our new apartment safely. Thank you. I'm so glad. Thank you all for caring so much and worrying about our well-being. But I would too, because you know what? That trip was treacherous. It was dangerous, just full of just felons and debauchery. And I lost mobility in at least 2 to 3 toes. But you know what? We did it. And if you look at the date, check your watches and your calendars, because this video is airing on June 20th, which is the 3rd-year anniversary of the Just Even channel, which is where did the time go? My channel's a 3-year-old right now. We just got out of the terrible twos. We're toddlers. We're just a bunch of toddlers. That's crazy. Whew. Being a father is hard. So for my channel's 3rd birthday, I wanted to do something a little special. I wanted to drop a story time because I wanted to talk about the road trip that we just went on to get to Illinois to California, but also the road that led us to deciding to come out here. So I made us a little story time. So everyone just sit down, get a blanket, get your snacks ready, and then I'll tell you the story. And then afterwards, I will treat you guys to a little bit of an apartment tour. This time, I'll move my fat thumbs. I swear you'll see it, okay? So stay tuned for that. Anyway, guys, without further ado, let's get this story moving on the road so far. It should be known by now that I love to write. Ever since I was a little tiny Steven, all I ever wanted to do was make a movie. So much so, I used to call the customer service line on the back of DVD cases to the production companies and just pitch to whoever picked up. And shout out to the workers that listened, because you really boosted my confidence, and you're a real one for that, honestly. And you know the story from there. I went to Columbia after that to finally hone my skills a little bit, learn the art of the craft and find the best ways to network and find a job in my field. But after graduating in 2020, I felt like finding work was extremely abysmal. I felt like my applications were just getting thrown into the void. But it makes sense. Why would they hire someone for an LA production when I'm in the Chicago area? Granted, I'd always checked the box for willing to relocate, but why would they wait for me to pack up and move over there when they could just grab someone who's right down the street? But I was stubborn. I convinced myself that I didn't need to go to LA just yet, and I could find work remotely because I was too scared to leave my comfort zone. But things started changing when my comfort zone, my mom, Alicia, my sister, people were just telling me maybe it is time to stretch out a little bit. I gotta give it a try and go out there because, you'll never know what can happen when you do. And that was so scary to hear because I didn't want to leave that area. It was so easy to just stay there, but when you hear from them, you just kind of know, you're like, it has to be the right choice. So I made the decision early 2022 to go out to LA by myself. And it was scary. I spent long nights just awake thinking about moving across this country by myself, and it just tore me up inside. I was terrified. In the meantime, Alicia was planning for Teach for America and planned on teaching in the Chicago area due to the fact that that's where she got her degree. So for about more than a year, we planned on long distance and accepted the fact that there will be hardships, but hey, we could do it because we've done it before back in college. And most importantly, we knew it would be worth it. That is until we got some strange news. After we learned that Alicia got accepted, she was given a US map to choose which state she wanted to be in. It was an easy choice: pick Illinois and move on with the process. But when she went to select Illinois, it was grayed out. We were so confused. Why was she not able to work in Chicago? When looking at the reasoning, it said that the subjects that she was qualified to teach wasn't needed in the Chicago area, like it was completely booked up. So now what? The rest of the US was available, so which one should she pick? And that's when we thought, maybe it was a sign. I just knew that I didn't want to tell Alicia to just come with me for no reason, just to follow me, right? Because I wanted to make sure our careers are straight. You know, we're still young, we're not married, we don't have any kids. Like, it's like, if you wanted to stay at the college that you went to, you wanted to teach in Chicago, get your own apartment, everything like that, that's fine. Long distance, we done it before, we could do it again, as I said. But I just wanted to make sure that she wasn't just following me, and I wasn't just asking her to come because I wanted a piece of my comfort zone to come with me. I wanted to make sure, again, it's all for the right reasons. But when we saw that LA was an option, we saw an opportunity for a new adventure in our lives. We wanted to make sure it was meant to be, so we did a bit of a gamble. Alicia selected LA, along with a couple of other interesting states, and we let TFA decide which one to send her to. And we sat back and waited. So can you guess which state she ended up getting selected for? That's right, Montana. But as you can see, she's here in LA because she's a dirty little draft dodger. So right now, she's currently banished from the entire state of Montana, and she's going to be here with me indefinitely. No, of course not. You know the rest. In April of 2023, she got accepted into Los Angeles, California. And that's when we knew it was meant for us to do this together. And what a relief, honestly, because I was dreading doing this on my own. So those last couple of months in Illinois was just full of just rigorous planning, just figuring out like best road trip plans, and just, of course, finding an apartment. Guys, why did no one tell me living in California was so expensive? But thankfully, as you can see, we were able to find a place. You know, I'm able to record in our new apartment, and again, it's definitely some adjustment, but it's full of love, and I'm just, you know, I couldn't be happier. Now, let's get into the road trip. Man, what an amazing road trip that was. We saw some amazing scenery. Slept in rest stops. Saw the Grand Canyon in Vegas for the first time. We even saw Bruno Mars on a random whim, just because he just happened to be there, you know? Which landed us in the Golden State of California. And we wrapped it all up with seeing Across the Spider-Verse at the very end. And I couldn't have asked for a better way to conclude a road trip. And here we are, June 1st, the day me and Alicia officially landed in Los Angeles, California. You know how the saying goes, it's not much, but it's home. And I'm excited to show you guys what we make of it, you know, in the next couple months as we settle down, but I'm very excited for what's to come. Anyway, guys, I don't know how many times could I keep thanking you guys. You guys can go back to every single one of my past videos recently, and every single one of them keeps ending with me thanking you guys for following along with the journey. But again, I just, you know, I can't thank you guys enough for checking out my channel and checking out the videos for these past 3 years. And here's to many more. Maybe I'll be doing this when I am about 117 and we've learned how to do artificial organs. I am just a floating head in a jar like in Futurama. Maybe, but that'd be pretty cool. And when that happens, I hope to see you all there. Anyway, guys, have a great rest of your day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.